Hi, in this topic I am going to explain you use of extension ledger in S4 HANA Finance. So prerequisite for this topic, to understand this concept you must have idea about the ledger concept in the new GL. That means you must have the knowledge about the leading ledger, non-leading ledger, and here specifically I am going to highlight the use of extension ledger. First we will understand what is the extension ledger, in which situation we will use the extension ledger, why we will not use the non-leading ledger, and what is the benefit of extension ledger. If someone is not comfortable in the leading and non-leading ledger, already I prepared the video for that one. In the description I will give the link. Okay, and you can see also the I button here, and if you'll click there you can go to that particular video. Stay tuned. Now coming to another form of ledger, that is known as your extension ledger. So first of all, extension ledger reducing the use of non-leading ledger, but it's not the replacement of non-leading ledger. Still, with the use of extension ledger, we need the non-leading ledgers also. First, we will understand why we need the extension ledger. What is the requirement? One requirement already you told, like we in the non-leading ledger, we have the duplication of informations are there, or duplicate documents are there. So that is one, also our one gray area, or we can say unnecessary, we are wasting the database size. So if you need the additional ledger, then if you are going for a non-leading ledger, then multiple documents will be there. The other logic or other reason could be, suppose this is your leading ledger, or let's say this is your FI, this is your FI data, this is your CO data, statutory point of view. Once the period closed, we will close the posting period here in FI. June completed, so we need to complete the June period, so close the period. CO adjustment point of view, lot of adjustments, settlements, allocations we are doing in the management accounting controlling. So we want to post the transaction, post entries in the close period. And already we discussed both your FI and CO part of your AC DOCA. Okay, so your FI and CO. So try to get the concept. So if one period is closed, we will close the period from FI point of view. We want to post the transaction in the controlling in the close period also. And everything is part of your AC DOCA. So it is practically not possible. At same time, we will open one period and we will close one period. And it is required also. So that is why we are going to take one more ledger. If I will take here non-leading ledger, then all these restrictions are there. That means duplication of entries. And second thing, non-leading ledger at not possible at any point of time. Suppose we need some business scenario and some requirement is there, and we will add one more ledger here as the non-leading ledger. So it is not possible. You will add the non-leading ledger only at year end and through the migration cockpit. So you can't activate activate the non-leading ledger as and when requirement will be there. But as we are going to include controlling into part of your finance or in AC DOCA table, so we need different scenarios in where we need additional ledgers also. So that's why the concept of non-leading ledger is not applicable here due to two restrictions: multiple document data, like data redundancy one, and second one, disactivation issue. So instead of that, we will take another form of ledger here. You are going to take one more ledger. Suppose this one I will take as extension ledger. The moment you will select here the category as extension ledger, it's not independent ledger. We need one underlying ledger. Right? So we need here one underlying ledger. This is important. Please follow me carefully. So we need to take here one underlying ledger. So this underlying ledger can be anything. This can be a leading ledger, or it can be a non-leading ledger, or simply I can say this should be a standard ledger. Okay, so suppose I will take here the non-leading ledger as 0L as your underlying ledger. So now this particular ledger on top of one underlying ledger or on top of one standard ledger. Now here, whatever the accounting principle you have applied here, the same will be applicable here. Okay, and directly you are not going to post anything to the extension ledger. In some scenario we can do, but when you are going to post the transaction, you will post a general transaction. So benefit here is, if we are going to post a general transaction, suppose in this case we have activated three ledgers, 0L, N1 and N2. You will, once we will post the transaction, you will get a document for the leading ledger. You will get a document for the non-leading ledger. You will not get any document for the extension ledger. Okay, so physically there will be no document in SADOCA. In SADOCA, if you will check, you will find the document for 0L and N1 or for your standard ledgers, leading and non-leading ledger. For extension ledger, no document will be there. But if you check the GL line item or report or trial balance, so reporting point of view, if you will see, you will find the document for all. So we will see how the data will flow then. If you are going to post a transaction with the ledger group, then in that case, physical document will be there. Directly you can post, or you can use it in any scenario. So in this case, extension ledger will update with a document number, or physical document will be there. But if you are posting a general transaction, there will be no document. So this is how we can reduce the footprint, or we can use the duplication of data will not be there, because there will be no document for the extension ledger. And whatever the fiscal year here, for fiscal year variant, if it is K4 here, then same is applicable here. You can't change it. In case of non-leading ledger, you can change it. If it is K4, then we can use V3 there. We can change it. But here you can't change. Whatever the fiscal year for your underlying ledger, same is for no extension ledger. But you can take a different posting period variant. So if you are using posting period variant here, PP1, you can take a different posting period variant, PP2. So in this period, you can close the period here and you can open the period here. Suppose you are using here, suppose right now we can close the period June. We can open the period June here and we can post the transaction, because it's a two different posting period variant. But fiscal year variant, same. So whatever the activity you are going to do, this one, it is coming under the same accounting year and same ledger, because your underlying ledger is the base one, that is your standard ledger, leading ledger or non-leading ledger. So same accounting principle, same everything is there, but only benefit is, as we have an option, we can take a different posting period variant. So we can open that posting period and we can do this activity. So mostly if you'll see right now, this extension ledger we are using for the adjustment purpose, for the controlling point of view. Earlier it was not required, because earlier CO is not attached with any ledger or any ledger group. But as now CO is part of your universal journal, so we need to specify one ledger to the CO. We can't use the leading ledger because we have this period issue will be there. So that is why under one underlying ledger, you can assign one posting period with a different posting period, and we can create a different ledgers. And there is no restriction to create the extension ledger. As and when any number of extension ledgers are required, you can just create it and you can use it.
Pradeep, one doubt. Since in S4 HANA the CO and FI is integrated, so when integrated means it is only one table. So what are the circumstances, what are the adjustment under which this underlying ledger will be created?
Like for example, we have to do one reposting, suppose. So in this case, we don't want to disturb my leading ledger. So when we are going to, you just imagine this KB11N. So when we are going to do the reposting, when we are doing this reposting, so that time we can assign the non-extension ledger and we can use it. So whatever the adjustment document will be generated by using the extension ledger.
So that means all the repostings, whenever it is required, then at that time this ledger will be
It's not
used.
mandatory. Will only when reposting will be there. Suppose we have to do the reposting in a closed period. We don't want to open this particular period for the okay, this one suppose. So here we have to take a ledger group. So if we will take the leading ledger here, then you have to open the period. All this requirement will be there. We will not open this particular period here for the leading ledger point of view. You just use here extension ledger and you can do the reposting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will apply this particular method when we will test our extension ledger. So that could be one scenario where you can use the extension ledger. So anywhere, if you don't want to disturb your leading ledger and you want to do some activity, so you can, in that case, we can use the extension ledger. So this is all about your extension ledger. One more category is there, simulation ledger. So once we will have the complete configuration, we will use it, because right now the use of simulation ledger is very restricted. It is only we are using for the foreign currency valuation purpose, period and foreign currency valuation purpose. In future, some more functionalities will be applicable, but right now this is the one. So we will also try that one. So far I'm going to create, we have created two ledgers. Now I'm going to add one more ledger as extension ledger. Same is already open. Okay. So this is my non-leading ledger, and I will add one more ledger, that is extension ledger. So here also, if you want, you just click on new entry and take in non-leading, take one additional ledger. I will use this N2, but you can see here I have selected the category here as extension ledger. The moment you will select the category as extension ledger, automatically you have to select here one underlying ledger. That can be anything. That can be a leading ledger or non-leading ledger. If you are going to assign the non-leading ledger, then non-leading ledger accounting principle and non-leading ledger fiscal year variant will be applicable. If it is leading ledger, then leading ledger rule will be applicable. So there is no restriction, only you will take the leading ledger. You can take anything, or in fact you can take two extension ledger. Under one extension ledger you can assign the non-leading ledger, under another extension ledger you can assign the non-leading ledger. So for different requirement we can create the extension ledgers. Now select our company code. So our company code should be there here. If you'll check, this company code is already there. The logic is, as we have selected the underlying ledger is leading ledger, and already our company code is there in the leading ledger, so that's why it is there. Okay, that is the logic here. Already it is there. So you just select and go to the details. Now you can see here, I can't change this fiscal year variant. Like your non-leading ledger, I can't change the fiscal year variant. It is freezed. So definitely whatever your underlying ledger fiscal year variant, this is the same. But I can take a different posting period variant. So I will take some different posting period variant for this one. Okay, suppose I will assign this one. So it's a different posting period. My current posting period is something different one. And for my extension ledger, I have used a different posting period. Now, after activation of this extension ledger, let me check how many ledgers are there in my company code. Expected result 3. We will see. Still it is 2. Extension ledger is not part of your standard ledger. So that's why we are not going to count this one independent ledgers. You want to use one extension ledger with a depreciation area? Not possible. You have to use only the standard ledgers. So that's why this when you are going to use one extension ledger, always we need one underlying ledger. Okay, you want to see this one? Let me show you this one first. So in this company code, you can see I posted various documents. Okay, so various documents are there. Let's take a general document. When we posted this one, here you can see if you check this particular document, you will find an entry related to ledger or multiple ledgers. Let's see this document in the SCDocker. I'm not specifying here ledger. Check the company code and document. As per the general principle, when you are going to post the document and if you are not specified the ledger, then the document will update both the ledgers. So you can see here the document number 10004, okay, it is updated with your ledger 1 or the leading ledger, and also it is updated with your non-leading ledger, because this is the general concept. So data redundancy is there, duplication of data is there. Not only for this one, this is a FI document we have posted. If I will show you any document which is derived from the source document as controlling, there also you will find the ledger impact. You check this type of documents where the controlling type is, or controlling document type is CO. So if we will check this document also, so this is not the source document, this is your source document, original document. So we did something in controlling and we got this FI document. Fine. So we got this FI document which is also having the ledgers 70,000, you can see. So this particular document also you can see it is a controlling document. With reference to controlling document, we got this FI document. This one is also attached with your. Why two ledgers are updated, that is different thing. That we have one setting is there, so that we need to understand. But you can see ledger is there. Okay, so two type of category documents we have seen. Now coming to another document. So this is not the document we did, we directly posted. If you'll see this document, it's not a direct posting, it's only GL view. So we got this document with reference to some controlling activity. So within CO we posted this document and we got a reference document, but ledger is there. Now let's see one more document. Something should be there. Okay, let me remove this ledger. Yeah, you can see here. Check this document. This is the document. I don't know for what this document is generated, but this is again some document generated with reference to some controlling activity, and we got this document. Okay, so this document is generated with reference to original document. It is a controlling document. This is a CO activity with reference to the CO, and we got a FI document. For this also you can see the ledger is attached. So let's verify this one, 82001. 82001. In fact, here I have used the extensor ledger. Right, here also ledger is there. So that means we can conclude whatever the activity you are going to do in S4 system, whether directly it is FI posting or you are doing something in other system, it is mandatory you have one ledger is there. So one ledger is attached, it is there, it is required. Now this is the scenario. In this scenario, suppose we have completed the period, or this period is done, we need to close it. This is our statutory requirement point of view, it is there. And also in the close period, from the controlling point of view, adjustment point of view, we need to post the entry. So in that case, if that we don't need, like if there is no ledger is there, then how we are going to manage this entry? And it is not obviously it is possible. We can at same time we will close a period and we will open a period. This is the scenario what I explained yesterday. Let me put one more scenario. This is moreover related to controlling. Let me give you one more scenario so that you can understand it. Okay, so we have two ledgers. One ledger, OL, assigned with one accounting principle, fiscal year variant, Jan to December, K4. In this, we have activated the company code currency and group currency. Reporting is Jan to December. Non-leading ledger, one accounting principle assigned, V3 assigned with company code and group currency. There is a new requirement. We need to add one more gap. Okay. Accounting US gap. So accounting reporting period is K4. Now tell me what you will do here. Which ledger you will add here? You can type it. This is a new requirement. Already we have these two ledgers, accounting principles there. So you will add 0L. You will add here 0L. But 0L is already there. It is a new accounting principle. 0L is assigned with IFRS. This is a new accounting principle. Which one you will use here? Let me unmute you. This one. So as there is a new requirement, definitely we will add a new non-leading ledger. You can do that. But again, both the constraints are there. If we are going to add the non-leading ledger, first of all, this non-leading ledger we can't activate immediately. So again, you need to go for a new migration, then you need to do it. And second thing, the biggest challenge right now, we are trying to reduce the database size. And in fact, it is not required also adding the one more non-leading ledger, because if you'll see, both are in the same financial year. Your reporting is both are in the K4. So instead of maintaining a non-leading ledger, you can use here the extension ledger. But extension ledger is not the standard ledger or not the independent ledger. So that is why if you are going to add one more ledger or one form of ledger, extension ledger, then you have to add here the base ledger. So you can continue here by adding the extension ledger as 0L, leading ledger, because you can see it is the K4 only. This is also K4. Now we can add here the extension ledger. Now let's compare what is the big difference between when you will go for a non-leading ledger and extension ledger. Non-leading and extension. First of all, the type of ledger category. Non-leading ledger is a standard ledger. Leading ledger, standard ledger. Non-leading ledger also standard ledger. Extension ledger, not the standard ledger. When you will take the extension ledger, we need one base ledger or underlying ledger. Always. Fine. Now, when you are going to do the posting, this is important. Please follow me. So when you are going to do a posting, first of all, which T code you are going to use here? If we are going to post a general T code, not the ledger specific T code you are using, okay, whether FD02 or FB50, you will find a document for the non-leading ledger. So actual document is there. No document will be generated. So physically there will be no document for the extension ledger. When you are trying to post a ledger specific entry, so posting with ledger specific, in that case you will find only document. Okay, you will get our system will update, document will be generated. Now reporting point of view, you will get it. Reporting point of view, you will get it. It will update. This will also update. So reporting point of view, it will update, but document point of view, no physical document will be there. Then how the report will update? So report will update. It will take the value or information from base ledger. So it will take the value from the base ledger, whatever the underlying ledger you are going to take. So same it will update there. Now what will be the relation? The relation will be 1 to multi. That means you can take here this is our underlying ledger. This is our extension ledger. Both are your extension ledger. In fact, I can put one more also. Can it vice versa? No. There will be one base ledger can be connected with as multiple underlying ledger, but one extension ledger should not be connected with multiple underlying ledger. So this one we can use it for, let's say, CO reposting, right? As for this one, so here we can, because when you are going to take the underlying ledger, I mean extension ledger, so here for extension ledger, your fiscal year variant always same, you can't change it, but posting period can be different. So you can take you can assign a different posting period variant. So in same, we can close the period and we can open the period. So in August, we can close August period, we can close July period, and from CO point of view, we can do that. So it is possible. This one, the scenario what I explained, we can use that for that purpose. And this one we can use for the simulation ledger. So all are your category of extension ledgers. So you can use it for simulation ledger. This is again another category, but it is also a part of extension ledger. Okay. Now it makes sense. Let me unmute. Anyway, we are going to post in our company code. Let me search here. You take the same document. So this is, if I will go to the GL view, so you can see here, it is updated with the document number 10004. Okay, so it is a general document I posted. So using the transaction code FB50. So as per the general principle, it should update in my leading ledger. It should be updated in my all non-leading ledgers or all ledgers. So it is not updated with the it is updated with my leading ledger. It is updated with my non-leading ledger. It is not updated with the extension ledger. But when I'm going to check this same entry in my reporting point of view, I can see the report. Okay, what is the ledger? Let's say 1005. Now you can see the same document number 10004 is updated with N2. So if you'll check here in SCDoka, no update. That means physically document is not generated. It is updated with the leading ledger and with the non-leading ledger. For extension ledger, no document. However, if you check the reporting point of view, the document is, the information is there. That is, I told you, physically there will be no document, but reporting point of view, it will update both the ledger. So that is why we are adding this one. And limitation, you can say, you can't change the fiscal year variant. Fiscal year variant will be same in both, whatever you are going to take as your underlying ledger. So that will be your same fiscal year variant will be applicable. But if you are using a document, like for example, if I will take this document, just one document we found, suppose this document, okay, so 82001. So if we will check this document, because this one directly we have used here, you check the document. So this particular document, if you'll see, this is you can see we don't have an entry view. So here you can see posting in the general ledger only, and what the here in fact I have not posted, it is I used in the reposting of the cost. So here this is the reposting of controlling, there I applied the ledger as N2. Now you can see in this case 82001, 82001, it's only updated in the SCDoka. It is not updated in the 0L. So value will flow from underlying ledger to extension ledger. It's not like it will flow from extension ledger to underlying ledger. So it's only updated with the extension ledger, right? And also it will be part of your reporting. So reporting, obviously in both cases it is there, but here is when you are directly posting anything, or if you are doing anywhere in the scenario, then it will update in the extension ledger. You can see the another document is also there. See this document, it is a GL posting. Okay, so here I have applied a direct posting I did by using the FB1, this one, but here you can see I have specified the ledger group. So posting in the ledger, so posting in the ledger N2, this one, posting in the ledger N2, and it's a different document. This document also physically you will find here. So this document you will find in the SCDoka. So simply we can say when you are going to use extension ledger, there will be no document, but it will update in the report. And why we will use the extension ledger? Because we are trying, anytime we can activate and there will be no data redundancy. This is the biggest advantage of extension ledger. Still, if you doubt, just go through the recording once again and you will get more clarity once we will post the document in our company code. But I hope you got some idea about the difference between the non-leading ledger and extension ledger.